Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so we're back with another pick a card tarot love reading. We're gonna see who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. We are gonna close out this year with the theme where we include the birth flowers. So while we did not get a full year of that in 2025, the goal is to make sure we get a full year of that come 2026, because the first few months did not have their birth flowers there, but that's all right. We're gonna fix that in this upcoming year. So 2 of these flowers are the birth flowers if you're having difficulty choosing. It's piles 1 and 3. Yep, 1 and 3, and the other 2 are just festive holiday flowers. All right, so I'm gonna hold the thumbnail up so that you can choose. Pile number 1 is the white Narcissus. Yeah, I know what that sounds like. Pile number 2 is the red Poinsettia. Pile number 3 is the holly Wreath. And then pile number 4 is the red Camellia. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my white Narcissus. Let's take a look at who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. So I'm gonna get an overview. You are actually one of the birth flowers for December. So whether you did that intentionally or not, I just felt that it was worth a mention. Let me see. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces may be a relevant time of year. That's end of summer around Virgo season, okay? It's been eclipses for the last couple of years, so that could also be relevant. But we have an energy of holding your vision, okay? And this person fixated, okay? Like, this isn't a secret admirer. This is a fixation. Something about how your energy is, it feels very in alignment with who they are and the life they want to live and the partner they aspire to having, because you seem very balanced, like in the higher energy as well as grounded in reality, right? Like, you're practical, you might have a little routine, not saying you're super efficient at everything you do, but like you're relatively stable. If you're spiritual, you're just spiritual enough to be what's the word I'm looking for? To have an open mind, right? Like, you have an open mind, but you're also very grounded in reality. So that's kind of what has this person intrigued. So let me go ahead and keep pulling these cards for my pile number 1. Who is the secret admirer? This person, they admire you in such a discreet way. Like, they make sure, like, they make sure that no one can see or hear them when they're observing. I don't know why that's a thing. Like, but there's something about, like, turning, like, making sure there's no sound, making sure this person has the quiet they need to, like, watch you or whatever it is. I don't know what that's in reference to, but it just came through. I have the Hierophant, which is someone that would be balanced in spirituality and practicality, right? The Hierophant is where we start applying spiritual knowledge and wisdom. It's the teachings that go along with the abstract energy of it all, right? We have an opportunity of the Ace of Pentacles, which is kind of like a new start, a new beginning. This person sees you as kind of like a breath of fresh air. That's how this person would describe you. Now, I always got a polarity, you guys. You know, that's how I read these cards. You're always in this story, regardless of where you fall. So I may be not describing you. I may be describing the person that is admiring you. Very overwhelmed, overstimulated energy with the Ten of Wands. But again, I mentioned the fixation. This is someone that thinks about you a lot, thinks about you all the time. So they see you as their ideal lover. They definitely think that you're like-minded. They think that you have similar communication styles as well. They're very, very mentally stimulated by you, though. That's the thing. Like something about the way you do things or the way you think, it's mentally stimulating for this person. So let me keep pulling cards so we can get more of an identifier. So far, I have Virgo, Pisces, axis. I have Taurus energy, and I have the energy of Gemini. Okay. So tell me more about call number 1. Trine. Yeah, see, angelic support, harmony, perfect flow. They think your energy is very flowy, very fluid, and that's how, like, they feel like something about your energy is really agreeable when it comes to them specifically. Not saying like you're like a person that's always like yes and positive, but something about your nature, it feels harmonious with theirs. So I've got Pluto, which is transformational energy, and I've got conjunction, a union. This person feels like connecting with you would change their life. Like a union with you would change their life. And they're very fixated on having that as an outcome. Like it's something they deeply desire. We have the couples twice here, union twice here. Okay, so that's a goal. So I don't know how we're going to get there, but I have a couple of more decks so we can see really quick. I'm like blazing through this pile and I don't know why it's like that. Tell me more about pile number 1. Who is secretly admiring them? Give me more. One key indicator, this is not someone you've ever had any like outright disagreements with, because this person would never like openly try to offend you. They would never openly disagree with you. Okay? They just roll with it. So tell me, who is this? Why is that like that? We're going to take this. This is someone that doesn't really want space from you, even if there is. Like they're not happy about any space if space exists. They're not willing to take space if it doesn't exist. So like, for example, if this is someone that you're away from intentionally, like a partner that you're at taking a break with, they do not like that at all. That's part of the observation and things like that, because there's a heavy emphasis on making someone wait. So this is a person that you make wait, and they may not say anything openly to you about it because they're very agreeable when it comes to you, but they don't like having to wait when it comes to you. Okay, like it's like climbing a mountain. They're waiting for it to peak because they don't like to wait, whether it's waiting to see you, waiting to deepen a connection, whatever it is, they don't like that. So holiday, you may associate this person with a particular holiday. Okay, there may be a specific style of dress or uniform that you associate with this person. Like you see a specific sweater, shirt, something like that. You associate it with this person. Okay, so let me see. Let me get like, okay. The next move is to go all out. You see that, right? Look at this side of the table. I got a conjunction, which is a union. I got the lovers, and I got would you accept this offer? Like this person's like, I'm making my offer, and I hope that pile 1 says yes. This person dresses nice, or they look really good in whatever this thing, sweater, shirt, whatever it is you associate them with, but they have a very unique, very specific style or very distinct, again, attire that they dress in, but they look really, really good, and they want you to look good with them. So the next move is to make sure that they look good next time they see you. Like if they may dress a little extra if they know, like let's say you're traveling and you're going to be back in town soon. When you're back in town, this person knows when you're coming back in town. They're going to make sure they look good, they smell good. As they approach you, I see them asking you out, and when they take you on a date, it's very, very attentive. It's very attentive. It's very everything you want, everything you like. As this person is someone that would be observing you, studying you well enough to kind of know what you do and don't like. Especially if we're talking about someone that you've dated before. they know what you do and don't like. So there's going to be emphasis on making sure the food you like is available, the way you like to dress, like making sure like there's coordination, whatever way that would make sense. That's what I've got here. All right. So let me get more. Tell me more about what's going on with this pile number 1 and the secret admirer. How else can we describe this person for my pile number 1? Freedom. They're very, very open-minded. This is someone that's very free in the way they move, in the way they speak. Like there's a certain freedom in this person. They're very expressive in their personality. They don't hide who they are. So while they may be secretly admiring you or observing you in whatever way that they are, studying you like the Hierophant, they don't know how to be in any other way but themselves. Okay. So tell me more about my pile 1. Let's get like, what, 2 more? Love language. Very, very similar love languages. This person is very open in how they express their love. They're very free in how they express their love. That's why I'm saying here the next move is like to connect with you and to be very loving and affectionate and like very openly interested in you. Right? Like a first date with this person would probably feel more like a 5th, 6th date because they are certain and they're very good at expressing or even showing, if it's not words, how they care. Okay? Like they have a acts of service, love language, right? Words of affirmation, things like that. All right. Tell me. Yeah. Incoming energy of a life partner. That's how they feel. Okay, that's really the goal here with you, and that's kind of what they want. You got so many indicators of that. And making you feel comfortable, making you feel safe, making you feel welcome, making you feel desired. That's basically the next move. Like it's such a chill, easygoing pile. That's why it's only like 10 minutes long, because that's it. We're going to close it out. You may know this person from a safe place that you could, somewhere that you consider to be a safe place. Could be a nice, like a place that you go that's very nice. Might have nice, like, I don't want to say fine dining, but like higher end dining experiences, higher end events. That may be where you know this person from. Let's see. Yeah, so your advice is healing energy and overcoming fear. So you should be leaning into when this person approaches you, be very receptive. If you have trauma that you need to heal, this may come across as love bombing, even though it's not. This person's just open and expressive when they approach you. I just don't want you to take it that way because that's not this person's vibe. They're just interested in you. So they're very attentive with you. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to be afraid. I think it's interesting that that energy came through in this pile. Some of y'all picked this pile just because you saw that the word was almost like Narcissus, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to pick that because I want her to tell me what Narcissus is incoming. This person's not a Narcissist, and you'll be able to tell because they're balanced in their spirituality and practicality. They study you. They're attentive. They listen. They're in harmony, right? So it's not performative, right? You can't be performative with the amount of detail and amount of attention to detail and attention this person's gonna lean in with. It's going to feel authentic and genuine, okay? All right, so I'm gonna close you out, move along to pile number 2. All right, pile 2, my red poinsettia. Let's talk about who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. And the table could not wait to tell on this person. I think it's hilarious. I've got Blue Moon here, which is believe in the impossible. It's probably someone that just feels like they have a rare opportunity to be with you, or just the type of love they would have with you. It's just super rare. Could also be like a blue moon opportunity in love with you as well. So let me go ahead and just let you know. Grab my decks. I got here the 6 of Cups. This is someone from your past. Not only is this someone from your past, this is someone from your past actively observing you on social media, like actively, right? Because we got Aries, social media energy here. When I split this deck, I had what's that card? Yeah, exactly. I got call. it was like these two so-called social media, like it's someone that probably will message you on social media, very single, very active towards like wanting your attention and things like that. So look at you. I like it, but it's just interesting. I'm not used to the table being this loud and that like, oh, let me just tell on this person right now. So whoever is associated with this red poinsettia, it's a thing, okay? So let me go ahead and get you an overview. See, hold your vision. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay. And the end of a tough cycle approaches. This person is ruminating. Okay, this is a person that ruminates. They constantly get in their own way. They constantly are in their head because like while they're fixated on you, right, it's kind of a pride thing. They go back and forth of like, I'm not sure if I should connect with pile number 2. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if pile 2 remembers me because I mentioned the 6 of Cups, which is past energy. Like it's a huge deal. Also, I want to make you aware that these 2 seasons may be relevant. So middle of winter, beginning of summer might be relevant times of year. Let me go ahead and get this tarot deck so we can see what's going on. All right. My red poinsettia. Who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move? We loosen up the deck just slightly so we can see what's going on. Who is this? For pile 2. Okay. I know it's a lot going on the table. So Ace of Pentacles is here. Depending on how well you know this person may slightly change the narrative a little bit, because this may be someone that saw you once before and it's like, oh, I wonder if it's weird to start talking to pile number 2 on social media, you know, since I kind of saw them in passing, met them at this one event. It's someone that maybe you knew you would see consistently somewhere, and then like you lost contact. Happens all the time. And it's like, is it weird for me to reach out to them on social media? Do I look stalkerish? Do I look like weird and odd because like, you know, I still remember them from the random meetup we had 2-3 years ago, whatever the thing is. Like, it's just, they want to extend, I want to call it an olive branch, but they don't want to come across as odd. I've got the Supreme. Look at her. Because something about this person, like they're feeling like your destinies are connected. Like it feels like divine orchestration. Honestly, some of you, this person is shocked that they even found you on social media. I don't think that they intentionally sought you out. I think, so like, regardless of if it's someone you used to see consistently, lost track of, or you saw them in passing and then they found your social media, I don't know that they were actively looking for it. I think it kind of surfaced through either like a mutual friend or just showed up on their feed, something you posted, and then boom, they're like, wait, hold on, this is that person that I really liked. And then they kind of got sucked into the journey of like going through your stuff and seeing everything that you post or whatever it is. And it's like divine orchestration and fate, because they're like, what are the odds that I actually find pile number 2's social? Like I want to, now I'm sucked into pile number 2's social. So let me get, yeah, I got the High Priestess here. I'm not taking all of this, but this person's like, they like you so much. They like everything that they see. Everything they see is so good. Look at all of these cards, right? Everything they see is so good. It makes them like you more and more. They think you think alike. They feel like you like a lot of the same stuff, like everything that you post. And if you don't have social media, I don't know how this breaks down. Okay, like I really genuinely don't. If you're the only way that I can see this resonating where you don't have social media is if you're a professional and you have like a lot of work that speaks for you that people could like show. Right? It doesn't have to be like literary work. It could just be like maybe you're a painter, an artist of some form, or maybe like you build things, right? Whatever it is, if this person has access to those things, like they kind of observe you through your work where that makes sense. Okay? Because this is my first pile in a long time where I'm like, nah, this is strictly social media. Okay. So yeah, because Aquarius, and then Cancer energy would be at home. Like literally they watch you from home on the internet. Right? I have the Daughter of Cups here, which implies someone wanting to make a love offer or just really wanting to express themselves in a very creative way, right? It feels like someone that's resonating emotionally with you. So this combination feels a little bit telepathic. So it's someone that thinks so much like you that maybe at one point, like where you would know them, you kind of have like a telepathic connection. And if you didn't know this person well enough to know that, then whatever move they make, you'll notice that very early on that it's like you're thinking the same exact thing at certain times. Tell me more about pile number 2. Who's secretly admiring them? South node. Something about Pluto and the south node. That could be a placement, right? Pluto could be transiting this person's south node. Let's see. There's some type of transition. There's some type of release though, right? Because when we talk about the past, South Node is past energy. Pluto is completely different. This is someone that may actually be difficult for you to identify. That's what that's trying to tell me. Thank you for confirming. Okay, it's going to be a little difficult because this person's so different now from what you cross paths with in the past that it might be like the way I'm describing them now may not necessarily be how they were last time you saw them. Okay. Or interacted with them, or how they appear to come across day to day, right? Like how they come across online is not necessarily who they are in real life versus like, and I don't want to say that to make it seem like it's phony. It's not. It's just there's a different layer of this person that you can't quite pick up on first impression. So you absolutely have a pile in the first impression series. It's the Making Memories Muffin series. You have a pile there regarding this specific person, because there's a huge deal about the first impression is going to be a key critical identifier in like knowing who this is. Okay, so I feel like your first impression of this person, right, like you were very attracted to them, like they looked good, right? But the energy of this person feels very Pisces-like, very watery, possibly very esoteric. The Supreme and High Priestess is someone that has like a very esoteric, possibly spiritual, possibly like really just woo-woo vibe. Similar to the imagery on the cards. Or maybe this person just has like very watery features like that you would associate with the sign of Pisces, like deep mystical eyes, things like that. Like something about this person's energy, I feel like that's how you'll know, is that you are very attracted to this person in your first impression of them, and like their energy just kind of pulls you in a little bit. So that's gonna help you out. So it's mutual interest if you felt that way initially. So let me see who else this is. Okay, house 8. Okay, so you probably have first and 8th house synastry with this person, which is why it's like that. Okay, and why they're like that. I can see that for sure. Deep sensual ties, like a soul bond. Okay. Something about the energy of the connection feels heavily karmic with this person, and as you identify them, you'll realize that as well on your end. Not in a bad way, right? It doesn't feel bad. It just feels intense and deep, right? We've got the sun. Bright, vibrant aura. But like I mentioned, it's probably a really mysterious one. Possibly like esoteric, secretive one, right? Like someone that knows the mysteries of life, even if that they actually don't, like even if they're not super esoteric, their aura still has that air of like mystery like that. And it's very, very loud with the sun. All right. So yeah, see, social media is still here. I know I showed you earlier, but I don't know why I thought that I reset it a little bit. You know what? Look at that. I split the deck. I'm glad I caught myself. Old school. I always associate this card with like social media because it has like it references photos. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this person's like looking at photos and things like that. When it comes to you, that's specifically it. You probably would recognize this person in photos. I never acknowledged that like that before, but they do want a traditional like courtship style of dating when it comes to you. Just based on the depth of of how they're feeling. Like, they feel very they have a lot of depth to their interest in you. Like, it's not surface level, oh, this person looks good, oh, I'm very attracted to them. It's like beyond that. It's like this person's not used to that. That's the problem with them. So tell me more. What I said, mystical, esoteric pile. Okay, if you're mystical and esoteric in nature, you're in your right place, right space. This person's intrigued by that. Did we not have blue moon at the beginning? You're the pile, something about the color blue, because there's a lot of blue here, just in general. Okay, but you definitely, someone here has very, very prominent eyes, very, very prominent third eye in a way that other people can tell. If it's not you, then I'm giving you information on who this is on the table, but that's what drew this person in, is that very mystical, bright-eyed or mysterious eye. Like, something about the eyes in general are prominent. And I'll be honest with you, it doesn't have to be exclusive to you. It can be both. Like, you both may have that look, okay? Especially when we talk about androgyny, which is very fluid energy, like water. Very flowy energy. Look, the eyes, right? The alien here has very, very prominent eyes. The eyes will tell. The eyes are the key to the soul. So that's how you know, okay? Like, this person either sees you as, or they are the type of person, like, something about their eyes can get people to do whatever they say. It's like they're very influential. They're very good at manipulating people if they want to, because like people just kind of get drawn into their energy, especially with the eyes. Okay, let me get one more. Very different, eclectic person. Like, I would describe this person as very eclectic in nature. What I said. Very multifaceted, right? Abstract, unpredictable. They may be an artist. They may like museums, okay? I feel like the next move is going to be chaotic because this person is so whimsical and unpredictable. I don't know what they're going to do. They got Oshun on the table. This is so mystical. This is like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. This is like you know how when we talk about like goddess energy, where we're talking about a feminine that's on the table, this would be a feminine with goddess energy. If we're talking about a masculine, this would be a divine masculine that has like the divine, like godlike energy. Okay. When we talk about like mysticism and things like that, very in touch with the divine feminine side, regardless of the gender, which is why their energy is like that. Okay. I didn't get a next move at all. What is that? I guess to ruminate and see what they're gonna do. So what is oh yeah, I did. I mentioned that it's very unpredictable because this person's like that. Tell me more about my pal 2, please. Who is the secretly admiring them, and what is the next move? Give me like, let's get my third card so we can, there we go. At the bottom, we have devotion. And you know, this person feels very devoted to you already. Like, they're very attached to you. There's a certain depth to it. And their next move is to continue being that way. So if they actually make action in physical 3D towards you, you'll notice very early on that this person's already devoted to you. Like, it's not something that needs to be built over time. So let me put this down so I can grab these 3 cards. I've got slowing down. Okay, this person's next move is to slow down, whether it's when they see you, whether it's just any chaotic energy they have, any chaotic actions they may be taking. They're going to be very accountable. Already I can see that they're going to slow down and be accountable very, very soon. So what that means is the next move is for them to kind of really, really reflect and assess, okay, I'm interested in pile 2. How can I be accountable in like proceeding? Like, do I keep like watching them on the internet? Like, do I engage with them on the internet? Like, do I try to catch them in real life? Like, what's the next move? And them just really taking accountability for how they want to do that. But very soon, they're going to do that. And it's going to be some chaotic instance where you're able to tell that they are devoted to you, okay? So let me get your advice so we can close you out. What advice do we have for pile 2? Okay. Your advice is to let go. Okay, this is an interesting thing. Because I never read this combination like that. I don't know that I get it often, but I don't know that this is different. You need to let go of your resilience. And that's such a chaotic thing to say. Yeah, exactly. Wild card. But there's something about you. Maybe it's this hard outer shell, like this crab outer shell. If you're the heavy aura of protection that seems to be on the table, letting that down. Because something about the resilience is too strong. It's too powerful. So like if you are esoteric, if you are really woo, like you have an impenetrable aura in a way where no one's really comfortable trying to get to know you because it doesn't seem like that's what you want. Like you seem like the type of person that people are like, let me leave pile 2 alone because I don't want them to think it's a psychic attack. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the vibe. So just, yeah, to the confirmation, just let go of your resilience so that you can be a little more receptive to this person as they slow down and kind of take accountability for what they want. They can actually make a move and the move will hit, right? Like it'll be well received. So I am going to close you out and move along to pile number 3. All right, pile 3, my holly wreath. Let's see who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. Every pile is so exciting today. So I do want to mention that this is one of the birth flowers for December. So if you knew that, good for you. If you didn't, it may have some symbolism unconsciously or just related to the person, right? That's why I tell you guys. So the interesting thing I have here, yeah, look, see, 4 cups is already like sticking out of the deck. This is somebody that feels like they missed their chance with you. It's in the melanin pop. I think is it still there? No, it's not, but they feel like they missed their chance with you. And as a result, you either had or having or pending a revenge glow up. Like all of that came out as soon as I stepped into the pile. And so actually some of you, this person actually thinks like they should just hang it up and move on. Like they just let it go, but they can't. Like they can't quite shake your energy despite feeling like they missed their chance and that you're like having a revenge glow up on them. So I don't know what kind of lives you guys are living, but it sounds exciting. So let me keep pulling these cards. What's going on with this holly wreath for my pile number 3? Who is secretly admiring my pile number 3? Okay. Working through your fears. You're good enough. Yeah, this person's working through their confidence right now. Like it's not even that they lack confidence. It's just that something about the situation, timing. Maybe you rejected them. Maybe they rejected you. And it's just feeling like something was out of alignment. And now they need to try to like get themselves into a position where they're feeling comfortable and confident enough to pursue you because their fear is that you'll be rude to them, ugly to them, or that you now think you're better than them. I don't know what's going on. So tell me more. Obviously the new moon in Scorpio is the middle of fall, but I guess it just does not matter because I keep wanting to say full moon in Virgo, which is also here, and that will happen in Pisces season. Gonna be an eclipse, so that could be something during any of the incoming versions of that transit may be relevant, or I could be referencing something that happened historically around that time that you're like, hey, I know who that is. All right, so tell me, what's going on with this holly wreath? Who is secretly admiring my holly wreath? Why that's in reverse? What is this? Oh, we got the hangman. Okay, that's fine. This is a person that takes matters in their own hands. They're not the type to just surrender, give it to God, let go. That's why I got the channeled energy at the beginning where it's like they feel like they should just kind of let it go, but they just can't. That's funny. Yeah, they're not the type to surrender and let it go. So let me see. Tell me more. What about this person? Yeah, no, they're not at all the type to surrender and let it go. This person moves fast. They move quick. I actually feel like this is someone that you're going to see or hear from very, very soon because of their nature. They're a go-go move. They're a I move, I don't do all this thinking person. So even though they're kind of overthinking the situation, their nature is to be a little more action oriented. They look ahead. They think long term. Okay. Let me see. Gotta loosen up this deck so I can get my last card. Tell me more about this Holly Wreath. Who is this? Secretly admiring my pile number 3. Oh, okay. That's too many. Yeah, this person's devastated that like you kind of move completely on from them. Yeah. Yeah. So much going on. Let me just put that here. We got friends. This is someone that would try to connect with you via friends, mutual friends, things like that. Okay, this is someone that wants to take you on a date, but they would definitely try to catch you while you're connecting with mutual friends. Right? This person's contemplating options on how to even proceed with that, which is probably why they're talking to friends or thinking they're gonna have to go through friends to connect with you. Goddess of Wands is back. Swords is back. Okay. They're hoping that you're not gonna be cold, dry, and standoffish with them whenever they make whatever move. Okay. Like that's what the concern is, that you'll be cold, standoffish, and possibly dry. Because it's kind of they feel like you're gonna have an energy and air of been there, done that, it's over. Like completely over. Okay. Especially if this is someone that feels like they hurt your feelings. Okay. Like if they feel like they hurt your feelings, they're like, nah, pile 3 just completely done. They've moved on from me. They're not interested at all. Others of you, the fear is of their hurting their feelings. Okay. All right. So what is all of this? Tell me more. Could be someone with Aquarius placements, actually, because the Fool and the Goddess of Swords. Tell me more about my pile number 3. Who is secretly admiring them? And what is the next move? We got air. Yeah, more air sign energy. So air, that is Aquarius. And all of my air signs are Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius. So they're going to study you. They're going to ask about you. That's basically the next move, is to try to learn more about you, to learn about, like, basically ask all your business to see if you're receptive to them, to see if you would be interested in them. Okay. Because we have Chiron, which is hurt and heal. Yeah. They want to see if you're open-minded enough to like connect with them. So tell me more about pile 3. Chiron is still here. Chiron is still here. So what else? What else? Who is this for my pile 3? Okay, fine. I'll take it. Water and fixed energy. Okay, so water is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Fixed is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Okay. They're gonna fixate on you. They're gonna fixate on you. That's basically it. They're gonna be active in their fixation, but most of the activity externally is going to be them kind of asking and inquiring about you to people that are like mutual friends and things like that. And they're gonna do it in like a roundabout way, almost indirectly, because there's a little bit of that kind of mental. There's a very cunning energy on the table, right? Like water is very flowy and like illusion, like you can't see the whole thing that's going on, smoke and mirrors, and air is very intellectual. So it's like someone that kind of knows how to ask about you with possibly without directly asking about you, or asking about you in a way to where people don't necessarily know why. Like it's very manipulative, but they're good at that. Okay, that's what they're gonna do. So, because look at that, see, communication. If somebody be like, oh, how's pile number 3 doing, right? When last time you saw pile 3, whatever that is here. So let's help me identify this person more and talk about next moves for my pile number 3. Who's this and what's their next move? It's a secret admirer. And their next move is to be a secret admirer. And, you know, they're going to be allowed to, I don't think that they're going to secretly admire anything. Like they have a crush. They are interested in you. They may relatively be a stranger, but they are very loud in their interest for you. Okay. That's why it's like that. I got friends and talking to people and moving quickly. This is someone that quite literally, yeah, look at that. Look how loud that is. All this loud energy. Okay. Like, that's going to be the next move, is all this really loud energy. Like, hey, you think I could recover? You think they're going to be interested in me? I want to talk to, tell pile 3, I want to talk to them in energy, okay? Like, they are fixated on you. That's basically the energy. Let me pull one more from this deck. Immature thief. Just friends, immature. Okay, yeah, this is somebody you probably weren't interested in initially because they probably loud. Some of you, if you don't like if loud people, I don't want to say nothing. I like extroverted people a lot, but something about this person, I've been using overstimulated a lot because a lot of you coming through here feel that way. Like they overstimulated you at one point in a way where you just didn't have the patience for them, or you didn't give yourself a chance to like interact with them beyond a certain point because, like, I don't know if they're just loud and they were just attracting attention to you and you don't want all this attention. Like, you know, like sometimes, like, you know how when people like have voices that like carry, or like you're trying to hide in the back of a classroom, but then like somebody that everybody talks to, they want to come and talk to you. Now everybody's all in your business. Like it feels like that air. Okay. Cause like, it feels like if anything, attention from this specific person by them being so extroverted and loud started attracting attention to you at some way from other people, right? So now it's like you got like their friends are all up in your business. Things like that some of you, based on the way I talk to y'all, you don't like that. I get it. You would have associated this person with a really immature energy, which nothing wrong with being fun and youthful and playful. It's just that this would be the shadow expression of that energy, right? And it feels like there was a lack of trust. Like either it could be you, it could be this person, but they're secretly admiring you. So I'm going to lead with you being the one that's possibly like guarded and disinterested. Like there's something about this person. You just did not trust this person, whether it's because of their friends. Like maybe you didn't trust this person's friends, or you don't trust this person. Like something about this person's energy, if you've interacted with them, or even if you just see how they interact with their friends, you wouldn't have trusted their interest in you. I don't know. It's a weird, very, very social, very outside energy on this pile. Interesting. So look, I had a social media pile, and now I've got a pile where it's all like outside and interacting with people and other influences. So, okay. Let's see. But there's definitely was a question of maturity and a friend zoning due to a mistrusting vibe. Okay. So what else do we have here? Who is this? Well, I feel like we know who it is now at this point. If you don't know who it is, then I mean, I don't have any other details, but let me see what the next move is going to be. This also feels like being real sneaky with the friends. Okay? Like being really sneaky with the friends, and then having... You see this? Yeah, you could see how it felt about... You cannot make that up. That's almost spooked me a little bit. Like that was a little weird for me that card jumped out. So go to the Cupcake Crush Chatter reading once you know who this is, or just pick one and maybe it'll help you identify who this is. Because what I said, family and friends, and this card deliberately says the support of family and friends may help strengthen this connection. So that's the only card I'm pulling. They're gonna try to find start a new chapter with you, which could just be connecting deeper, initiating contact, whatever your specific situation is. They're gonna connect with you via family and friends, and that's the way that they're gonna go about it. Okay, you may be called to the parrot. You may have other secret admirer piles outside of just the Cupcake Crush Chatter readings. Okay, so let me get your advice. We don't need to dwell. Me get your advice. What advice do we have for pile 3 regarding this situation? Okay. Wield your magical power. So be active, be engaged, be expressive, and balance your emotions, right? Like, don't overreact to this person's energy, right? We all have different types of personality. Just keep in mind that some people are a little more friendly and extroverted. It's not this weird chaotic thing where you can't trust people because they're friendly. I get why you would be that way, but you don't have to be that way. But lean into your magical power and keep your emotions in check. Okay. All right, let me close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, pile number 4, my red Camellia. Let's take a look at who has a secret crush on you and their potential next move. So I'm gonna get an overview for you guys. Something about this pile, it feels very clean, very fresh. The only thing that I can already channel is that the energy feels very dual, like 2 sides, 2 halves, like a mirror, possibly even twins could be relevant. So who's secretly admiring you? I got a new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. So this person's very family oriented. Okay. Full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Very concerned with family matters. Like, this is someone that cares deeply about their family. This is someone that cares deeply for like their maternal figures. Like that's what they prioritize. Like, this is someone whose plans would center all of their plans around the stability of their loved ones, right? Their whole life, every plan that they have in place, every dream that they aspire to have and ground, it's surrounded by the energy of making sure that their loved ones are stable and provided for. Okay. Anytime I see Cancer and Taurus energy combined, it feels like 2nd and 8th house energy when we talk about the practicality and stability of a plan and safety. So this might be someone that, like, you may associate them with having a very stable home and home life. This is actually someone that probably has a really nice home, as in home as an asset with that Taurus energy, home as in sentimental with that Cancer energy. So let me see. And because that's the full moon in Taurus, like, we can bring in that energy of Scorpio season, which aligns with like inheritances and windfalls. So it could be someone that's doing really well, possibly even inherited something from a maternal bloodline, like assets and things like that. So why am I pulling from this deck next? I'm gonna roll with it. Expansions. Very lucky person. Okay. Very worldly, very expansive person. So more Taurus energy. It could be someone with Taurus placements, but Taurus represents comfort, right? Taurus and Cancer also rule comfort both, right? Stability, right? All of those things. House 6 is day-to-day. This person lives a very comfortable daily life. Like, day-to-day, they're very stable. They're very comfortable. They're very healthy. They have a structured routine in place. All right. Maybe this is someone you know because you see them day to day. Why am I moving past this tarot deck like it doesn't exist? This is going to tell us something we have no business knowing. Watch. Look, more family. Energy, 10 of Cups, this family. Very, very close with their family. Deeply desires a family. And expanding their family. Okay. So tell me more about who's secretly admiring my pile number 4. Super easygoing person. I mean, they don't have many worries in life. because they plan accordingly and they're very, very stable, okay? I'm not saying they haven't had ups and downs, but like whatever era of life you know them from, which or present, it's like they're grounded, they're stable, they're all right, okay? So who is this? Secretly admiring pile 1. Very, very decisive person. Like, they're very decisive. This is not someone that knows how to beat around the bush. They're a little direct with their energy. This is someone that would not pretend to not see you. Like, this person would be very open about them crossing paths with you and seeing you. This is not someone you can ignore. You literally can't ignore this person. I don't know why. They have a broad, expansive energy. Could be like physical energy as well. But like, you just simply cannot ignore this person. And look, the blindfold is back. So we got this justice energy. Something about not being able to pretending you can't see, not being able to do that, can't miss this person is a thing, okay? Okay, one more. Daughter of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Lots of Cancer placements on the table. This person's very, very direct, but very, very fair. Okay? It feels like someone that recently got some type of offer, right? Could be work-related with the House 6. They're elevating financially day to day. And I mentioned the comfort in their home being a critical thing. So I don't know why home is a really big deal when it comes to identifying this person. All right, pile 4. Who is secretly admiring you? Some of you, this person is a maternal figure. Like, it may be someone that has a child at least. Okay. Let me see. You may know this person through a maternal figure, yours or theirs. Regardless, there's a very, very prominent maternal figure on the table. So that's going to be applicable and relevant in some way. We have time apart in space. I've got voodoo. Okay. I've got community. Areas and community where like there are a lot of non-traditional religions. You know this person from a place where there's non-traditional religions are prevalent. So like whatever, like, you know how the Abrahamic faiths are really dominant. Like when we talk about Islam and Christianity and things like that, it would be someone like that's invested in like literal voodoo-based religions, or it would be like Hindu, where if that's not, like that would be more of the ancient religions, right, that have stood the test of time. Like, you may know this person from that type of community or an area where like that's prevalent. Okay, sometimes when I get this version of the Cancer card, I talk about where the pyramids and the desert connects to the urban city. Like, it could be an area similar to that, right? There's actually a city in the background here as well. So that's kind of a thing, okay? You may know this person from studying those types of non-traditional religions or spirituality, right? Spiritual practices, right? And tarot and astrology fall into that, right? Because you watch these videos, so you may be interested in those, but you may know this person from something like that. I actually like that the hijab is on this student here, because like it kind of aligns with what I was talking about when I mentioned like those Abrahamic faiths. But there's definitely distance between you and the person that is admiring you. So what's the next move? Let me see. So I don't know why I'm hearing like the next move is like to spend money in some way. I don't know what that's relevant. I've got fireworks, which is this. Oh, that's why. They're going to spend money on some type of celebration. I don't know if that's like an event or something and you go or you're invited, because why is that like that? Right? So, there's a lot of excitement here. Could be some exciting thing, okay? Honestly, for some of you, this could literally be like a Halloween event where that time of year is applicable with all of the different personalities that hit the table. Could be something about a beach, near a beach, okay? But yeah, the next move, something about, and you know, the Chariot is traveling. It is a journey to some degree. So like traveling to some type of event, community, situation stuff, that could be the next move. That could be, it might not even be a move so much as it may be just when you cross paths with this person. Because it's very vague, the next move. Like, it's not easily identifiable. So tell me, what else can we talk about for this pile? Someone, okay, so butterflies could be a symbol, okay? But this is definitely someone that you gave butterflies to, or that gave you butterflies. It's very obvious, you know, if you gave somebody butterflies, because like you can tell. And like I said, it could also be mutual, because it is mutual in that card. So giving someone butterflies and a theme of being ready for love is a thing. So what else do we need to know about who this is? Ready for love is still here. Building a future. I mentioned all the stability, something about a house, something about a home. Okay, because we're building for the future here. Okay, but this person is very much ready for love and they're wanting to build a future with you. I guess the next move is, whether I mentioned the spending money, maybe they plan an event and you end up going or something like that. If you know this person via that family member or a family member or something like that, maybe they have something at the house, home, since that's the hugest emphasis that seems out of place, is the house, the home. Maybe you're invited to the house, the home, whatever that means, in a nice event, and you connect there. Okay. So, because what else? Because I saw them spend, like someone spending money to do something. I see events. Oh, others of you where it's not orchestrated like that. The open-ended version of this is you literally just cross paths with this person organically, and you're able to get to know each other deeper, right? So let's see. Yeah, use your willpower, and that will lead you to happiness. So take the initiative. Like I said, if you're out and about and you stumble across this person, whether you know who this is or not, there's an energy of you being out and about and stumbling across this person, okay, with this initiative. And if this is someone you want to connect with, you can actually take the initiative to make it a little easier to connect with this person. I don't know how. It's going to be different for all of you, but the card itself says that willpower will lead to your happiness, okay? So thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to close out the reading.